Speculation is running wild as the voice actor of Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 4 has posted a tweet that is rather interesting and maybe points to a Resident Evil 4 remake. That would be very exciting. Dragon Quest XI as Echoes of an Elusive Age gets a demo available now for the PlayStation 4, and we have a brief update on Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Just the fact that PlayStation 5 exclusivity for the game has been confirmed and it won't be a cross-gen title. I feel like that was relatively obvious, but we'll talk that in just a little bit. Alright, so first of all, Resident Evil 4 Leon Kennedy's voice actor and Nick Apostolides put out a tweet saying, "Man, does it feel good to get back to work safely. Had a blast with some crazy people on this one. Can't wait to share the project. Mocap, hashtag performance capture, hashtag motion capture, hashtag video games, hashtag action, hashtag stun." So a lot of people are thinking that this is in fact something related to a Resident Evil 4 remake. Bear in mind that there have been rumblings that a Resident Evil 4 remake will be happening in 2022, which makes all the sense in the world. What they've been doing is trying to put out a Resident Evil game nearly every year. 2017 we had RE7, then 2019 we had RE2, then 2020 we had RE3, and then obviously in 2021 we're gonna have RE Village. Now 2018, only year that was missed. I don't believe there was a Resident Evil game that year, but you guys get the idea. This generation, they've been incredibly consistent with new Resident Evil experiences, at least for the last few years, and with a Resident Evil 4 remake on the horizon, potentially, that would be incredibly exciting. Resident Evil 4 is actually the Resident Evil game that got me super into Resident Evil. Like, I played Resident Evil 3 and 2 back on the PlayStation 1, however, I never got truly invested into Resident Evil until RE4, and maybe that's because of the action-oriented shift to Resident Evil 4, and just because I was a little bit older by the time Resident Evil 4 came out, although I was still relatively young, and probably my parents should not have been letting me play Resident Evil, but nevertheless, I thought that game was tremendous, and I actually replayed it pretty recently, probably like 6 to 9 months ago, somewhat recently, and I still had a great time with it. The camera is a little bit janky, and that's probably the only issue, but, you know, Resident Evil 4 Remake on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series and PC, of course, that is going to be awesome if they bring up Resident Evil 4 to a modern level, fix up the camera, maybe add some new things. Whatever they want to do, I hope it's a little bit more like the Resident Evil 2 remake and not the Resident Evil 3 remake, which Resident Evil 3 remake I thought was fine, but it definitely wasn't a $60 worthwhile purchase. It was more like a $20 purchase, which, by the way, I believe it will be actually $15 as a part of Best Buy's Black Friday sale, so maybe that's something to check out. Take this with a grain of salt, but it does seem like it's leading credence to a Resident Evil 4 remake, and that's what a lot of people are speculating, and hopefully that does come in 2022. Okay, also want to quickly note Dragon Quest XI as Echoes of an Elusive Age. This is the definitive edition of Dragon Quest XI. A demo is available now on all major platforms. Definitely go check this out, especially if you never played DQ11. This is adding some new features. Of course, you've got additional scenarios, orchestral soundtrack, 2D mode, and more. The 2D mode is really cool. I think that's a very, very cool addition that they've employed into Dragon Quest XI. And if you've never played Dragon Quest XI, definitely give this one a look. DQ11, I thought fundamentally was a very, very well-made JRPG. Does it revolutionize the wheel in any way? No, but JRPGs don't have to do that all the time. They can just be a fundamentally sound game, and that's exactly what DQ11 offered. Solid characters, great visuals, and a solid story to boot as well. It was just, again, fundamentally good in just about every area, and that's why it was received so well, and now you got a better version of the game. It will be releasing at a relatively budget price point of $40. If you already played the original, maybe hold off on a better price point, because it's not like this is a complete overhaul of the game. But if you were a gigantic fan, maybe there's reason to check this one out as well. I probably won't be picking it up right away, but it will also be a part of Xbox Game Pass, so if you do have an Xbox, if you do have Xbox Game Pass, maybe check it out on there, if anything. Lastly, I do want to note that Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart will be a PlayStation 5 exclusive, as Insomniac Games has confirmed on Twitter. Someone asked them, and they just point blank said it's a PS5 exclusive, which makes sense. A big part of Rift Apart is to accentuate the PlayStation 5's SSD and load times, and that just is not going to be possible on the PlayStation 4. I know Miles Morales is on the PlayStation 4, Horizon Forbidden West, but you gotta keep some games as PlayStation 5 exclusive so people actually feel tempted to upgrade the console, because if every game is cross-generation, that's just going to be a problem, and a lot of people are not going to be wanting to upgrade to the PS5, even if there are sizable visual improvements. If they can play the games relatively well on the PlayStation 4. A lot of people are just going to play them on the PlayStation 4. It's okay for some games. Miles Morales being on the PlayStation 4, good for now, but for Insomniac to do both of their games that are upcoming as PlayStation cross-generation titles, I think that would have been a little bit lame. So glad to see Rift Apart will be a PlayStation 5 hard exclusive, as I had predicted. I mean, I don't think anyone was really thinking otherwise. Horizon Forbidden West is going to be a PS4 title. It's okay to have a couple of games that are going to appear on both, but you truly gotta have some games that are gonna be PlayStation 5 exclusives, and you got a solid lineup of PlayStation 5 exclusives coming in 2021 when you're talking Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, God of War Ragnarok, which I'm still skeptical if that's gonna be 2021. I kind of sense a delay coming for that game, given that we know so little about it. But hey, that's just me being pessimistic. And also, Final Fantasy 16, I do believe, is going to be coming in 2021. It seems like that game is relatively far along, but we'll see. It is Final Fantasy, but I do expect a lot of solid PlayStation 5 titles in the year 2021. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.